Today I'm going to be talking about the greatest secrets in all of Treyarch Zombies history, and these ones are of course all my opinion and it is completely subjective, so you guys are free to disagree or agree with me all you want. But even if you do disagree, I have to strongly stand my ground because these ones I can honestly not see what is a greater secret inside Zombie storyline ever. These two things I'm going to be talking about are just crazy because I think they're going to be playing a humongous part inside the storyline, even in Black Ops 4 or even in the future beyond that. I really strongly believe that this will be just so important to the storyline, and that's the main reason why I'm calling them the greatest secrets ever. And of course there are other things inside the storyline that I think are really big secrets that Treyarch are keeping hidden for now. Like an example are the Monty radios, which make no sense at all, of course inside Revelations. And then there's also other Revelations radios that we have this girl, her name is Sally, who we don't know much about because all we know is that she was somehow related to the Call of the Dead crew. Then after that she somehow ended up in Shang. Then she had the Chronorium, which is probably my newest favorite, I guess, secret, but I do not think it's a major secret, at least as of now. But again, just my point stands is that I do believe that these things are going to be absolutely huge for the storyline in the future, and again is why I'm calling them the greatest secrets in the Zombies storyline. And of course the first one I want to talk about, and I know I already made a video solely on this, but I just can't stress enough, but that is Mob of the Dead itself. My gosh, Mob of the Dead. We know almost nothing about this map, and if you guys watch my video, I'm pretty much going to repeat exactly what I said inside that video, but just think about what we actually know about Mob of the Dead and how it relates to anything. Now, we can see some relations, like Finn and Cell's blood. Of course, we know Richtofen got it, but why? Are they cursed? Okay, they're cursed, so what does that mean after that? I mean, what does curse mean? Like, what's going on? Why were we playing as these four characters? How does this relate to anything else in the storyline? What happened when Weasel went and escaped? Did he come back to life? Did he go on to heaven? Did the other characters go to hell after they were killed by Weasel? Or what happened? Like, seriously, how does this relate to the rest of the zombie storyline? Because, again, I've already said this in the past, but all the stuff that happened with the blood vials could have easily happened without the events of Mob of the Dead itself ever taking place, because he got the blood, or Richtofen, I should be more clear, but Richtofen got the blood vials from Finn and Cell before they even died. Obviously they got it before they died. I mean, and if they're not dead in order to get into Mob of the Dead, because we still believe that to be purgatory, whatever that means, because we just don't know how afterlife works inside the zombie storyline, which is another huge thing. But regardless, the point is that he could have easily got the blood vials without Mob of the Dead ever taking place. And again, I just kind of skimmed over this just a second ago, but the whole idea of the afterlife, what is this afterlife stuff? Is there more than just whatever happens in Mob of the Dead with the cycle thing? Is that actually purgatory? Is that hell? Is that heaven? We just don't know anything really about the Mob of the Dead map. We don't know what happened to Weasel. We don't know what happened to the other characters. It's just a big old mess, and this is why I think it's just going to be the greatest secret inside of all Treyarch Zombie storyline. And what makes it even better, even though it's been 5 years since that map came out, I think we'll finally be getting answers once Black Ops 4 launches, and I really strongly hope that is the case. But maybe they won't, and they'll leave us hanging, just not knowing what's going on with Mob of the Dead. But regardless, that is one of the things, or I guess just the whole Mob of the Dead map is one of the greatest all-time secrets. I would even argue the single greatest mystery or just secret in all of Treyarch Zombies storylines. And then the next one, and this next one, and I saved it for the second one because I don't think many people would really expect where I'm coming from here, but I'll just give you a couple seconds where you think which map I'm going to be getting these from. Okay, just right there. Yeah, did you think the Giant? No, but maybe you did, because I'm really big on the Giant and I've loved the Giant ever since it came out. But the single thing about the Giant that really just confuses me so very much are the radios. Have you listened to these radios before? Have you guys? If you guys have, then you would also agree with me that you just don't know what's going on there. Like, what? Wait, what? There's a fallout? I mean, wait, did he nuke the entire universe? Like, ow, I just hit my hand. Oh my gosh. Oh, Anyways, like there's radios with Max's talking about a radiation fallout that just somehow happened, and that was supposed to rid their dreams of these nightmares that we're thinking are maybe the Shadow Man. Of course, there's that cipher talking about these other dreams of Primus and stuff like that. It's just like, what is he talking about here? And not to mention that both Nikolai and Future, well, we're assuming Future and Nikolai and Dempsey, which they go leave their own radios talking to their, what we think is their past self, talking about how they failed in their mission. But of course, after that, they go and say that they've been killing multiple Richtophens. Remember the one in the fire? What's going on there? Why are they killing multiple Richtophens? Like, what is happening there? It wasn't on the timeline. Why wasn't this on the timeline? What's going on here? Why were they leaving radios from themselves? When did they do that? It's just like, when is this all happening? It's just, the radios are so flippin' strange from the Giants, and we know, again, nothing about them besides what we heard inside the radios. And not to mention this, because we did also hear things about the children inside these radios that never came to, I guess, fruition. I can't pronounce that word properly, but regardless, hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. But we do hear multiple times that Max's, I almost call him Richtofen, but Max's is talking about Samantha and the children being taken from him, and be taken from him for multiple months, and then somehow they are being returned to him. Like, what? I mean, we just don't know, guys. We just don't know anything about this whole thing that's going on with the giant radios. And if you ask me if I had to just take a wild bet out of nowhere, if I had to put my money on anything that's going to be the driving feature inside, I guess inside the Black Ops 4's zombie storyline, at least the Ether storyline, I would bet that it's going to go along these just whatever happened in these radios. It's going to be explaining what the heck is going on with these giant radios, why they're killing multiple Richtophens, why, of course, Dempsey went bald, why did he go bald, I'm just kidding, not that part, but why Maxis was nuking the entire universe and there was fallout and everything, why the children be taken from him and returned. It's just like, maybe this will all be explained, because if you guys do remember, this has been hinted at throughout the entire, I guess, DLC season inside Black Ops 3. Remember, there were clips of the characters fighting each other, I think in the Horizon Rocket Director's Cut video. I don't know exactly if that one's it, might actually be not that one, but regardless, there's been hints at the characters getting upset and just breaking up from being, I guess, no longer working as a team. There's also ciphers that suggest that they're doing something with the children from Revelations. I mean, if I again had to bet, this would be what I'm betting on is the main driving feature for the Black Ops 4 zombie storyline. It's going to be explaining everything that happened in the giant radios. If I really had to place a bet, I'd be more than confident to bet it on the giant radios. Yeah, and just to give you an example of what I'm comparing this to, I think that it's going to be like what the children were for Black Ops 3. That instead of the children this time, we're going to have the giant radios as that equivalent, just explaining what's going on with them. But anyways, I've been talking for way too long about these giant radios, but I'm insanely passionate about these radios, and of course Mob of the Dead, because I mean, we just don't know nothing, guys. I can't even speak, but we just don't know anything about these, and I would love to have them explained. But one thing I want to leave you guys off with, just because I think it'd be better for you guys just to hear the radios for yourselves, because I just find them as just being the craziest things ever. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you guys off playing, of course, all the major, like, crazy radios from the Giant that maybe or maybe not be of main driving feature inside Black Ops 4. But if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead, do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and especially bell. But I'm gonna go, and I will catch you guys on my next video.
She may have been returned to me, but I fear she is not as she was. In recent months, she has barely said a word. When she did, it was only to cry out for him, to call his name. What have I done? It is not all bad news, Nikolai. We may have failed in our mission, but at least there is now one less Richtofen to deal with. If it is any consolation, tell him that the first one is the hardest. I should know. I've killed at least 3 Richtofens. There was the one in the fire, the one with the boat hook, and the one... What? No one told me? Sorry. Forget what I just said. Everything will be fine.
Hey, other me. If you're hearing this, then it means that something's gone foobar. We're going to plan B. Stick to that crap bastard like glue. We need to find out what the hell he has been doing and what he's going to do. We may be able to get a fix on your location if you can trigger one of the paradox visualizations. Good luck. We're all counting on you. Oh, wait. Whatever you do, don't get too close to the radioactive beacon. It makes your hair fall out.
Day 66. The children are gone, and the house feels empty. I miss their laughter, their games. The sirens have not sounded for several months. I do believe that we may have turned the tide in the battle. But at what cost? The radiation levels from the fallout remain dangerously high. I can only pray I live long enough to confirm that my plan was indeed successful. And the dark presence that has haunted our dreams and infected every facet of our existence has finally been vanquished. Remember what I told you, Edvard. The scars left by Samantha's past actions allow us to communicate across the rift. Follow my words. I will find you. When you release the beacon, I will secure your extraction and destroy the site. Remember, the burden is yours to carry, Edvard. The others must never know the truth. I thank you for your sacrifice, Edvard. Your courageous actions have opened new avenues of opportunity. It is my dearest hope that we may one day set things right and prevent these terrible events from ever unfolding.